Welcome to our channel. Today, we're covering a historic prisoner exchange that has brought a former Marine and 3 other Americans back to the United States. The former Marine, who spent over 2,000 days in Russian custody, spoke out after a historic prisoner exchange between multiple countries allowed him and 3 others to return to the US. Evan Gershkovich, Paul Whelan and Alsu Kurmasheva landed just before 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time at Joint Base San Antonio, marking the beginning of their next chapter, free and back home in the United States. The 3 hugged for a photo surrounded by their loved ones and raised the hostage and wrongfully detained flag. "Here at the bottom are us," Whelan said, pointing to 3 marks at the bottom of the flag. "Those last 3 are us." Upon arrival, they were greeted by officials who instructed them on the next steps. Colonel Davis explained they would first undergo a medical evaluation while their families stayed overnight in hotels off base. Whelan wore the pin with the American flag given to him by President Biden at Joint Base Andrews. It's a keepsake. Whelan criticized the absurd narrative that the Russian government invented to justify his imprisonment. "This is how Putin runs his government. This is how Putin runs his country. Yes, I'm glad to be home. Yes, I won't go back there ever again," he said with a smile. He also said he had received thousands of letters of support, so many that the Russian Federal Security Service stopped delivering them. "I just want to thank everyone. Thank you for your prayers, your well wishes. Thank you for everything you did," he said. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan described the emotional scenes on Good Morning America Friday morning and said working on the deal that brought the American prisoners home was one of the greatest honors of his life. "It was a great human victory. 3 innocent people reunited with their families, with their loved ones. Being able to witness that was incredible," Sullivan said, "but I also think it was a victory for our country. This was the best of the United States of America, working with our allies to bring our people home safely, and also helping to free Russian freedom fighters who have fought for democracy and were imprisoned. That was one of the most extraordinary honors of my life." Sullivan was also asked to respond to criticism that these kinds of deals only encourage Putin to imprison more Americans and use them as bargaining chips in the future. "We have looked at the evidence over the past 3.5 years. If we go back to the start of the Biden administration, there were more Americans wrongfully detained abroad than there are today," Sullivan said. "We have closed deals that have brought 70 Americans out. We haven't seen another 70 Americans taken. Could that change in the future? It's possible. These are the risks you have to weigh when making difficult decisions, like the ones the president made to bring Americans home. In the cost-benefit analysis, it made sense to make this deal because America won and innocent Americans are home free and safe." Credits: Michelle Stoddart, Lauren Minor, John Hayworth, and Megan Barnes, ABC News. Settings: audio in English, subtitles in English. End credits mentioning Michelle Stoddart, Lauren Minor, John Hayworth, and Megan Barnes from ABC News.